Hello, I am Husky Light and welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. First of all, thank you for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your Google Pluses. It all means so much to me. Thank you so much. Really, really, really appreciate it. Quick introduction really. I've been on YouTube since December, something like that, and I think every month it's taken me a little bit of time to decide on my style of doing things, how I want to do things, and getting into a rhythm with it. And after doing last month's stars and doing a little introduction at the beginning, I'm sort of thinking I quite like doing this, and I quite prefer to do it this way and then go into the stars and tell you a little bit about the astrology, not a lot because I'm not an astrologist, but just say a little bit about it and what's going on and a little catch up, and we can go into the stars then. Plus I've got you as a captive audience. If you don't like it, you have to physically skip this bit to get to your stars. Sorry. So to start off with, I hope you all had a great April. We have got in May, we've got no more solar eclipses, no more lunar eclipses, thank goodness, until September. Is the next partial solar eclipse, I think. So until then, we've got no more of that. So I think May in general may be a little bit quieter than April was. There was a lot of changes in April due to the eclipses. Even if you physically didn't have changes to go through, I think a lot of us internally had changes. I think a lot of us internally had different ways of looking at things. I think our perspectives changed in a lot of ways. Our feelings changed, our situations changed. And yeah, on an internal basis, even if it wasn't seen on a physical, external basis, I think a lot of things did change, and a lot of things are still changing and still in the process of changing. So let me get my notes. This month we've got our full moon on May the 4th. Now, I am not an astrologist. I will talk about the full moon and the new moon simply because I love the law of attraction. I love to manifest things. I'm a co-creator. So what I will do is talk about when those are. And so May the 4th is our full moon, which is great. So hopefully things that we've put into, set our intentions with the new moon in April will start to come to the fore for this full moon. Now, if you set new intentions in April and they haven't come through yet and they haven't happened yet, don't give up. Don't go, oh God, it didn't work, I'm not bothering with that again this month. Do it again. Do it every month. This is not a fly-by-night, I'm going to try it for 10 minutes and if it doesn't work, that's it. Law of attraction, manifestation, co-creation is all about you being positive and wanting the things that you want and thinking about the things that you want and putting the right intentions behind them. So if it doesn't, if you can't see it coming through this month, try it again. It might be that you've got some sort of deep internal block that is stopping it coming through. It might be some huge thing that you want to manifest, like a new house or a car, or and you think you can't do it because it's just too big and it's going to take longer. Well, set your intentions again on the new moon this month. Now, your next new moon is on the 18th of May, so that is the day that you want to put 20-30 minutes aside and just do your new intentions. And if you want to make them the same as last month, the intentions that you set out last month, because they all haven't come through yet and you still want them and you still desire them, go for it, put them down again. The 17-second rule, you think about it every day for at least 17 seconds to get the ball rolling, to get the momentum going and to get you wanting it and for it to manifest. So don't give up after 1 month, please don't. What else is happening during this month? We've got Mercury going into retrograde actually on the 18th, which is also our new moon, and it's going to stay retrograde until June the 11th. We know that when Mercury goes retrograde, it starts to bring up old emotions, situations. We start going backwards, which is a real pain at times. But this month, if it starts to bring up emotions that we've tried to hide, old stuff that starts bubbling up to the surface again this month, deal with it. Deal with it so we can get rid of it for good this time. If it's bubbling up again, it's something that we need to deal with. It gives us a great opportunity actually to feel the feelings that are coming up, to feel the fear around these emotions that might be coming up. And you're thinking, why am I feeling this again? I thought I got rid of it. Try and get to the root of it. Try and find out exactly why you're feeling it again. Get it sorted, get it fixed, get rid of it. And this is what Mercury retrograde does, and this is why it likes to come up every so often, even though we don't like it coming up that often. It'll be a lot of buried things that we've tried to bury, but you know what happens. They always come back up to haunt us if we try and hide them. So that's that. What else? Not a lot else really. Regarding that, we've got the full moon on the 4th, so things from last month hopefully should manifest. New moon is when you set your intentions again on the 18th. Now, setting intentions, and I'm not going to go into much into spells and stuff at this time, but law of attraction, setting your intentions and everything is almost the same as making a spell, producing a spell, a magic spell. It's just that when you use a spell, you are using props, you're using candles and incense and things like that, and a parchment paper, wax, all that sort of thing. And what you're doing is you're basically doing the same thing as setting your intentions up, but you're putting it into a spell, so you're using props for it. So in a way, it might actually help some of you to manifest something. It might help some of you produce something because you're using props, so you make it stronger and you make your intention stronger by doing it as a spell as opposed to setting your intentions and doing it as the law of attraction. So they are very, very similar, and some of you might go, oh, I don't like spells and that's not good, I'm not getting involved in that. But in a way, it is just a different way of manifesting things. So for some of you, if you're not having much luck in setting your intentions and writing them down, then maybe a simple spell on the new moon, who knows. But anyway, that's something else different to go into. So I've done my astrology bit, I've talked about the new moons, I've talked about Mercury in retrograde, and I'm going to jump into your stars for May 2015. If you would like a personal in-depth reading from me, it would be so wonderful for you. It's very in-depth, it's very good. There's different ways of doing it. You can get a one question, you can get a diamond spread, you can get a full reading. If you go off to my website and have a quick look on there, if you want to email me, it's info@huskylight.com. My website is huskylight.com. Have a look at the readings and gifts page. I've also started doing dream reports as well. I've decided to start pulling in my resources from all my years of experience and all my years of being esoteric, and my stars and my spells and my dream, things that I've done for absolute years as a hobby, or slightly more as a hobby, and concentrated on quite well over the years, that I know sort of backwards and inside out and upside down. So I'm starting to pull them all in a little bit now, and get them up. So if you'd like to go and have a look at the website, go and pick yourself a reading. It doesn't have to be one of the expensive ones. We've got the full readings right down to the cheaper ones for just one question. And I say I've also got the dream reports as well. Dreams are really, really important. They're a really good way for your angels to get through to you. They're trying to get a message through to you and you don't understand what they're saying. They will keep knocking until you get it. So maybe if you've got something like that going on, drop me a line, and I'll help you out with that and get a full report together for you. Right, thank you very much for listening to me go on and on and on. And it's time for your stars. Okay, so take care. Namaste. Hi Pisces, here is your May 2015 reading, and we're starting off with the Empress this month. she's really mysterious, she's really sexy, she's really fertile as well. So for any of you who don't wish to get pregnant this month, or who are not looking to start a family, add to the family, I suggest that you take precautions, because with this sort of energy around you, there could be a real possibility of some of you getting pregnant this month. She can signify a lot of coming abundance though, and I feel that for a lot of Pisces this month there will be abundance in certain areas of your life. It might be that it's a manifestation from the last new moon, because we've got the full moon on the 3rd, 4th of May. Definitely people are going to be a lot more attracted to you than usual in every sense. You're going to find that people are wanting to cry on your shoulder. They're going to want to be talking to you. People are going to see that you have got an awful lot to offer them. And you're very caring. They're going to be able to see that you're very, very caring. On a work front, things should be going really well. And I feel that let your inner voice guide you in how you operate in work this month. It's like you will just automatically, intuitively know how to get on at work, know what needs doing, know how to do it. You'll definitely sort of go with the flow in work situations this month. It will be a lot easier for you. It will just be like you sail along, but you are going to be so much more attractive to the opposite sex, maybe even the same sex as well. But people are going to be attracted to you in different ways. They're definitely going to see sort of, you're going to give off this beautiful aura with the Empress. So congratulations on that one. Let me know below with it. But what you have to do during May, I do feel that some of you are worrying. You have some sort of anxiety, some sort of fear this month. And you need to pay attention to what you're worrying about. Have a look at my breathing video if you're having panic attacks or you're having problems with breathing, because sometimes with the 9 of Swords this can happen as well. Not everybody is going to be sort of worrying themselves silly. This is the I can't worry, I am so worried I can't worry anymore card. But it doesn't apply to all Pisces, but it will apply to some of you this month. Don't ignore your intuition on some sort of relationship in your life, whether it be a work relationship or a family relationship or a romantic relationship. There's something troubling you deep down. This is part of the worry, I feel, for quite a few of you, and you need to go with your gut feeling on this, because I feel on some level you might be correct, you might be right on it on some level on what you're thinking. But instead of assuming, instead of jumping down somebody's throat, you need to sit down and actually talk with them about it. It might be, I feel like something might be going on behind your back in some area. But at the same time, it might not be. For some of you, it will be deceitful and it will be some sort of ulterior motive. For others, though, I feel it will be something somebody feels they can't tell you because it would upset you too much. The problem is, though, you've got an inkling about it, which is making you worry, which makes the situation worse. But they were doing it with the best. They're doing it with the best of intentions, I'm feeling. And I keep hearing it is the best of intentions. Nobody's trying to hurt you. Nobody's out to get you. This is certainly for a lot of you. There are a few of you out there, though, that something is being done behind your back that is slightly deceitful. But you need to talk about it. You need to get to the bottom of it. You need to go with your intuition on it. You want not to hide it inside you and just let it eat away at you. You need to get it to the bottom of it and sort it out. You have so much value and you're so amazing inside, and yet a lot of you, I feel, this month are just looking at outside achievements, on things that you've done, that you've achieved, that other people can see, sort of on a visual, material level. Look at me, I've got this job. Look at me, I've just bought a new car. Look at me, and you seem to be basing all of your achievements on outside things, material things, but that's not you. You're so amazing on the inside, and a lot of you are not recognizing that, and you need to recognize that. You as a person, and inside you, and your morals, and your standing in the community, the way you are, your friendships, all of these core things that you have, the way you feel, they're priceless. They're extremely valuable and extremely important, but you're tending not to look at that. You're looking at the outside stuff instead, and you need to have a look inside yourself. This month, retrograde, there's a lot of stuff coming up about feelings and sort of analysing and looking at things again. This may be a part of it, but it's almost like some of you, I feel, want to work on the surface. This month you don't really want to dig that deep if you can help it. Unfortunately, some of you are going to have to this month, but you sort of feel like you don't want to, almost. You want to brush it aside and just work on the top layer, work on the surface, work on what other people can see. Go with that. You're so worthwhile, you're so beautiful inside. You have to see that, but a lot of you aren't seeing it this month, but you do have to see that. I think that's why some of these feelings and emotions are going to come up during the month for you to work through, so that you do start to value yourself a lot more. You need to highly value yourself. You really do. Remember that money is just a tool. It's something that's man-made. It's something that it's a commodity, a thing that we use. And yes, it's important, but don't put so much importance on it. If you're going through any sort of financial challenge, I think maybe a few of you are. Not an awful lot of you, but I think there will be a few of you that may be facing some sort of financial challenge. It should be better than it has been in past months. I can't remember what I said last month. I go month to month, so. But you have to think positively about the situation. If you think positively, you can almost turn the situation around in some cases, I'm being told. You have got to face negative feelings. You have got to get them out of in the open, face them, accept them, get rid of them, forgive yourself, and not dwell on them or concentrate on them so much. There's a lot of concentrating on the bad stuff, and you need to be concentrating on the good stuff. What you focus on, you bring more into your life. I feel that some of you maybe don't like your job so much at the moment, that some of you may be looking for another job, maybe looking at different options for another job. And I think actually it's highly likely that if you are looking for another job, or if you are looking to go into business on your own or start something on your own, it could be very, very successful. Because we're following up with the Two of Coins as well. In fact, we've got a lot of coins, so there's a lot of material, sort of monetary stuff going on around you this month. There's not an awful lot of romance, judging by the the cards, you know, mostly being with an emphasis on coins. I mean, we've got 4 coin cards out of 6. But in a love situation, if it refers to a love situation, for some of you, I feel that there needs to be a little bit of space between you. I feel that you are trying to hold on to somebody maybe too much. You're being too clingy towards somebody, and you need to stop trying to have control over a person or a situation, and you need to step back and you need to give them a little bit of freedom. The more you hold on, the worse it will be. It's not a healthy thing to do. It could be that somebody is doing that to you this month. Could be that somebody is, I feel for some of you, you're clinging on to somebody too tight. I feel that for others, it's the other way around, and this person is clinging on to you too tightly. Whichever way round it is, the control needs to go, and it needs to be a step back. There needs to be a little bit of space, a little bit of freedom between you. And I know for the single Pisces out there, you need to step out of your comfort zone. I'm sorry, you need to. I feel that, I actually feel for some of you that you will meet somebody at some sort of fete or fair or some sort of locally held, you know, like a farmer's market or a fairground, something, some sort of community-based project or community-based fair, something that's held every year within your community or round about your community, whereabouts you live. There's a very good chance for some of you that you're going to meet somebody through some sort of function like that. So you need to get out and mingle as much as you can. Definitely, and I can see candy floss, lots of candy floss. So I don't know who likes candy floss out there, but I can see candy floss, and I can see the candy floss cart. So there is definitely some sort of fairground feel to it, or a fete feel to it. I know that I know in UK we've got sort of bank holiday and things like that are happening, and we're getting into all that sort of thing now. There's definitely, this is for people on their own. If you get out, if you've got a chance to go to something like that, there is a very good chance you could meet somebody at one of these places. So give it a go and get yourself out there. Spiritually, I feel for some of you, it's like you want to get on the path, carry on the path, get deeper onto the path, but also for some of you are actually a little bit fearful of doing that. You're sort of, again, maybe trying to hold on too much to things that you know, things that you're used to. Maybe things are changing around you and you're not wanting to let go of the old. Change is constant. Change is always constant in people's lives. It's always a cycle. It's always a circle. Things are always moving forward to one extent or another. You know, even when we have a retrograde and things move backwards a little bit, they will move forwards again. So don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of things looking different to you. Because I really feel that with some of you that might be the case. And it's all about balance and trying to keep everything in balance. So your money, your health, your love, your work, everything needs to be tried to keep in balance. You've got the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Coins, which is a really good card. It is about balance and everything, and it's a really positive card. I think maybe you're trying to juggle too much, you're trying to pay attention to too many things, multitasking. Try and cut down on some of the things that you're doing. I feel like some of you feel a little bit overwhelmed by things. let other people help you. If you're grasping onto things too tightly and you're trying to be in control of everything, you're going to drop something soon. So let people help you if you can. I know not everybody is as good and as wonderful as you at doing these things, you know, if you're doing them yourselves, but sometimes you need to just get a little bit of help. Don't run around like a headless chicken. In a committed relationship, I feel for some of you, you actually might be really, really tired and sort of overwhelmed with work, too much going on in work, and you're not giving enough. It's like you can't be bothered, you're just tired. You're finishing work, you're going to bed, you're going to sleep, and there isn't enough time for each other. You need to make a little bit more time for each other this month. Show each other how much you really do love each other, that you're not taking each other for granted. You're not trying to hold too tight onto the relationship and be controlling. Have some fun. Have loads and loads of fun in the relationship for some of you. I actually feel for some of you that there's some sort of get-together with the in-laws or the family. It might be that the Empress is coming in, and some of you are finding out this month that maybe you are pregnant and there's a celebration for some of you, or you're getting engaged or married. There's some sort of commitment that is moving up a little bit, and I can see families getting together and celebrating. I can definitely see sort of a get together and celebrating of quite a few people together. So any invitations you get this month, whether it's a wedding, christening, something like that, or it's a family get together, there's, you know, I can see sort of a family get together as well. Don't turn down any invitations this month at all. And for some of you as well, I can feel that some of you got car, I don't know what, some of you got car trouble, and I'm seeing a red car. That's probably pretty specific. That might just whittle down the Pisces just a little bit for this month, but there is some sort of, you either got a red car and there is some sort of brake trouble with it. Just be aware of that. And also some sort of general car trouble. So again, just be aware of that this month, Pisces. Obviously this is a general reading, so it's not for every Pisces that you've got a red car and you're going to have car trouble. You may have car trouble though, even if you haven't got a red car. Just be aware of it for this month. And we've got the Queen of Coins, and she's in the reverse. So it's reminding us to look around at the beautiful things in our life and the simple things. Family, having a good meal, being out with the kids, laughing, you know, all the simple things in life, not the material things that you've achieved. Get back to the simpler things in life. There's a lot of, I think for a lot of you this month, there will be a lot of attention paid around home. There's a need to focus for some of you on your home life, to either improve your love life, improve your family life. Just a need for you to get together, have more fun together, and be more of a family. Look at things from a different perspective, as in not holding on to so many things, so controlling. Again, it could be somebody else who is doing this to you for some of you, especially in a relationship, because I do feel in a relationship for some of you that somebody is holding on too tightly and needs to let go a little bit. And some of you, I can see some of you studying quite hard as well. You're either reading a book, or you're studying a course, or you're studying something for work, something for either a promotion or at college, or to get yourself a better job, but there is a lot of study going on for quite a few Pisces this month. Now remember, if some of this isn't resonating with you, it could be that you go and check out your rising sign or your moon sign. You may find occasionally that if something in your sun sign isn't resonating, if you go to your others, it will do. And that's just all to do with the energies. It's all to do with what time of the month you were born, what year. There is so many of you out there with, and yes, you're all Pisces, but they're all different. You are all different. Be careful of spending too much money on your home this month. There are ways in which I feel like some of you may be doing up the home or having improvements made on the home, and the price of the improvements, the money that's being spent, may get out a little bit out of hand during May, or is starting to get out of hand, and it's something that you need to keep a check on, and just keep a watch over during the month. It could be that you're having an extension or something, and or you're having some sort of building work done to your house or a property, and it's starting to get a little bit out of control. It's more and more money. It's more than you thought it was. So just be aware of that. And some of these things, some of these improvements that are being made on the house for some of you, some of this building work, there is something there that isn't quite as necessary as you think it might be, that's really bumping up the price. Have a look properly at contracts and paperwork and what's going on there, because I don't know if somebody's trying to add some extra stuff in there that isn't necessary, but just make sure you check everything, check paperwork, check the fine print, especially before you sign anything. Make sure that you're thankful every day for the simple things that you get in life during May. I think that you are incredible people on the inside, and you need to be able to see that more this month. And I think there is some things within the month that will come up that will make you see that, will help you to see that, because there's definite emotions that will come up. But remember not to look at outside things to see how successful you are and what sort of person you are. Be looking at the inside things, because you're all amazing inside, and you don't show it enough. You don't realise it enough. It's like sometimes you just sort of go over the surface of things. I know you don't want to get too deep this month, but it is a month where that is going to happen, unfortunately. But I think there's quite a few celebrations around this. It's a lot to do with family this month. And watch out for that car trouble. Let me know about the car trouble. I keep hearing that as well for some of you. So obviously the only way to get a complete personal reading and in-depth reading from me is to drop me a line. All the details are at the beginning of the video in the intro, so I'm not going to go through it again. But that would be the best way for you to get an in-depth reading. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing. I love you all loads and loads and loads. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And watch out for my daily angel oracle cards and my weekly readings as well when I get time to do them. So thank you, and I will speak to you soon.